Hello, Response to Intervention, A Guide for Parents by Tandria Irvin. This is a presentation where I will explain RTI is 3 tiers of intervention. Response to intervention is a multi-tier approach to early identification and supports of students with learning and behavior needs. Parent involvement. Schools implementing RTI provide parent information about their child's progress, the instruction, and intervention used, the staff who is delivering the intervention, and the academics or behavioral goals for their child. RTI also includes high-quality, scientifically based classroom instruction, ongoing student assessment, along with tiered instruction. There are 3 tiers in 3 tiers of intervention. RTI offers levels of tiers of intervention. RTI is delivered to students in tiers or levels. The 3-tier model is the most common model. This means there are different levels of intervention based on the needs of the student. The level of intervention increases in intensity if a child does not respond to instruction. With early identification, it will decrease the prevention of learning disabilities and provide services to students without using labels. RTI is a process to prevent academic failure by using advanced-based instruction in general education. In Tier 1, it's high-quality classroom instruction in general education, screening, and group interventions. Tier 2 is a more targeted intervention. Students not making progress in Tier 1 in general education classroom settings gets more intense instruction in a smaller group. In Tier 3, students receive a more individualized instruction. Essential components of RTI. Scientifically research-based instruction. All children should receive research-based instruction, reading instruction, in general education classrooms. School-wide screening. Schools should screen all children early to determine if they are at risk of failure. Continuous progress monitoring. Schools should monitor the progress of all at-risk to failure children to determine if they are benefiting from instruction. Validity. Schools must use any programs or curriculums correctly as they are intended, which basically means that schools should not modify or change certain curriculums to fit the students. If it is provided to prevent learning disabilities and help with identifying students who are at risk, the curriculum and the program should always be used correctly and as instructed. Procedural safeguards. School must ensure parents are aware of their rights. When should a parent be notified of their rights? Parents should be notified of their rights in general when the child moves from a Tier 1 general education class-wide intervention to a Tier 2, a more targeted small group of intervention. Parents should be informed about what is happening and their rights. Will my child receive the help needed to be successful? Yes, monitoring is key. Know that student growth is assessed through frequent progress monitoring. Students are frequently monitored at least monthly, but ideally weekly or bi-weekly. Benefits: if monitored correctly, students learn more quickly because they are receiving more appropriate instruction. Teachers make more informed instructional decisions. Teachers seem to know their students a little bit better. From the monitoring process, they know their strengths and weaknesses. Teachers have higher expectation for their students because they've worked closely hand in hand with each student. Parents should be advised that their child is not making expected academic progress. the services that will be provided and strategies used to increase their child's progress, and other options that are available to them. The right to request an evaluation under IDEA at any time is permitted. Parents should not feel as if because my kid is receiving RTI that he is now exempt from ever receiving special education services or evaluations through special ed. RTI is not. There are a lot of preconceived ideas about what RTI is and what it isn't. But primarily, it is not that your child will have special seating in a classroom. Your child will not need to sit in an environment with a teacher where he is singled out in front of his peers. So there's no need for special seating in the classroom. Shortened assignments. Assignments don't need to be modified. They don't need to be changed or shortened to address his RTI or her RTI needs. Parent-teacher conferences. Another misconception is that parents may think they have to meet with the teacher on a weekly, monthly, or yearly basis. There's no need for parent-teacher conferences. With the monitoring, information will be given to parent if the child falls from tier 1 to tier 2 to tier 3. RTI is not more of the same type of general classroom instruction. Because a student is on RTI does not mean that he needs more classroom instruction. He just needs a little differentiation. His way of learning may be different from the other students. We believe that RTI can be a good thing for students when appropriately implemented and when parents are included as partners from the onset. Thank you, and I hope you've enjoyed this presentation.